Are you doing Sanford and Sons?
Yeah, I'm doing something.
What?
I would have put it by the mic.
Oh, you
Because I can edit out the like.
Oh, I got you.
Part of it.
I got you.
All right.
Yes. What? No. No, we're not.
Playing this playing this one for TMP.
Yeah, this is for Tony.
This is his.
It's his theme song.
This is. I'm not gonna lie. One day we were really bored, waiting tables on West Deck.
Yeah.
And me, him, and Cody, we were coming up with if we were porn stars, what our porn star name would be, and what would be our intro theme song, like wrestlers have.
Yeah.
This is Tony's porn intro song.
That sounds about right.
So, anyways, back to sports and tacos. It is June, and it is baseball season.
Absolutely.
There's
the best season of the year.
Yeah, yep.
It's I definitely like me some baseball. There's no doubt.
There's nothing better than going to a baseball game on a nice June, July night, eating some ballpark nachos, having yourself a $18 beer.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I've probably been to like 100 Rockies games in my life, and I think I've only actually been to my seats like 5 times.
Yeah.
It's true, especially
Scenic.
now that I have kids.
I guess
I have to move all the time.
Just move around.
I spend more time at the little park with 900 other snot-nosed little kids, and they can't even move, and they think it's the best thing in the world. I'm over there watching the game from the left field.
Try to look at the corner. Wait, what's going on?
I hear a cheer, and I'm like, "You're all right, kids. You're good. You stay over there."
It's funny. There's a lot going on with the Rockies. Dude, they've won 8 straight.
Rockies are killing it right
They
now,
have.
and they're doing what I think they should be doing. I really think they have a great team, and they just weren't playing up to their potential for a while. I think they got some new players. They had to gel together. They had to get that momentum. There's the thing about camaraderie and getting that chemistry, and when you don't have it there, everybody's freaking out about the Rockies. I wasn't freaking out. Everybody, even the Red Sox, they started off slow. That'd be my team. That's why I'm hitting on that. But they started off slow.
I'm impartial.
Yeah.
I'm impartial. There you go. But
that's a long season. It takes people to get going, like you said.
it does. I mean, especially, preseason, preseason. Well, I'm talking not preseason. I got that stuck in my head. I'm talking about, spring training. I mean, you don't see it who you're going to see in regular season. You're seeing guys that are trying to make the roster. You're seeing guys that are going back to AAA, going back to AA. They're bringing up this, bringing up that. I mean, it's different baseball in spring training. And that's why you see some of these guys that they come out and they hit 12, 13 home runs in spring training, and everybody thinks they're God. And then
I'm not gonna lie, because I went to a bunch of Rockies spring training games down in Scottsdale when I was down there over the winter, and they're I thought exactly what you're talking about. Their minor leaguers and their prospects and stuff were crushing.
Absolutely.
But then again, the beginning of the season, it was like a hangover from getting destroyed by the Brewers in the playoffs. Just the hitting, the bats just went silent and stayed silent.
But the bats are awake now.
And I don't know what maybe it's the altitude, but it's like as soon as the weather warms up and they're playing at home at Coors Field, they start putting up men's softball numbers every freaking game.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
And I agree with that, with the altitude 100%. I played a lot of baseball out of state, and there's balls I absolutely crush when I go down and I play in Arizona, and I'm like, goodbye, 40 feet short of the fence. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
You come back to Denver?
Come back to Denver, and that same ball over the fence.
They'll say you got 40 rows up.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is true.
Yeah. But, I don't, it's pretty, I don't know, it's just kind of uncanny how the weather warms up and those bats start hitting.
Yep.
They win 8 straight. I'm not.
They've won it with hitting, not pitching. Pitching slacking lately.
Pitching is slacking, and I'm not going to buy. I'm not buying too much in. It is good, and I think that they are good. I'm not going to go bet the farm on them making the playoffs, and the main reason is of these, 8 straight wins, majority are against the Orioles and the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
2 of the worst teams in baseball.
2 bottom feeders and
but
the AL East.
But those are the games you got to win, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I mean, they basically needed to be 9-1.
At the end of the day, they're still beating professional baseball.
No, true. Yeah, absolutely.
And winning 8 straight in anything, I mean, it's just tough to do. I don't care who they're playing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a tough thing to do. Everybody's got to be on the same page. Your pitching's got to be there. Your hitting's got to be there. And speaking of pitchers, I mean, what about Kyle Freeland, man?
Yeah.
Guy was a Cy Young candidate as of last year. He is 2-7 on the year with a what? I'm sorry, his ERA. I don't have a calculator.
Can somebody
7.13 ERA?
Okay,
that's not going to win you Cy Young.
No.
Explain to me, like, this doesn't seem to happen in other places. Maybe it's the altitude, but it seems like, especially in our playoff years, we get these pitchers that Kyle Freeland was a high draft pick, but so they knew he had
and
potential.
He grew up in Denver. I mean,
I don't understand how you go, you get up to the majors, you become a stud in basically one season. I mean,
Sure.
he was a stud last year,
he showed
especially
up.
in that playoff run. He was amazing.
He was.
And how do you lose it? How does that happen?
You know, it just.
Is it drugs?
No. Baseball's just a streaky sport. I mean, and I wouldn't even say that guy's got the yips because he's still throwing everything in the zone. He's not. His walks aren't crazy. They're not out of. He's just everything is just flat.
Because
This is what you have to do,
movement.
though. This is why some of these pitchers come into this league, and I've said this for many years. You know, we get these Japanese pitchers. You get Daisuke Matsuzaka, Hideo Nomo being the first. You get Yu Darvish, and these guys come in and they don't know how to hit these guys because they've never seen them, and then they watch tape. And the ones that are, and I feel like Kyle Freeland will come out of this. He's good enough. He's young enough.
Yeah.
He's a great player. He'll come out of this. He'll go to AAA, get his head on straight. He's going to come back and he's going to kill it.
But there's just a string over the years. I mean, you got John Gray. Okay.
And he did the same thing.
Same thing.
And now what's he doing?
Remember Obaldo?
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, how do you?
Mike Hampton.
Is it? I mean,
he was never good here. He was a good DH. Like when they were bringing him to pinch hit, he had like 5 home runs.
Well, and you look at
Denny Nagel.
There's a lot of pitchers that.
God.
And I guess there's no real answer to this question, but is it the altitude? Because a lot of these guys
Altitude's got to affect the movement
I think
of the ball
it does. It does affect it, yes. But here's the thing:
or the lack of movement.
Kyle Freeland's pitched his entire career. He was great last year. The thing is, what they do in every single sport, other players watch tape, and they figure out what they're going to do.
Okay.
And the better players, like this is why Tom Brady. I'm going to football real quick, but this is why he's so great, and he continues to be great because he's one step ahead. And this is where the great players, they get one step ahead, and they do the work more than the other team does, and they look at their weaknesses where. You know,
my only argument to that point is I've seen a lot of pitchers come to Colorado have a little bit or immediate-ish success. Okay, then they pull the John Gray, Obaldo, Kyle Freeland out of nowhere. They just are not good. They go to another organization and they're good again.
I don't know, man.
I don't get that.
It affects it. It does. I mean, like I said, I've played out of state. I'm never a pitcher, but I'm a catcher and I watch it, and I've caught a lot of good pitchers here and there, and when we go down to Arizona, usually where I play, I mean it's nasty.
Yeah.
I mean those their sliders break more, their curveballs break more, and it's just it's different.
Yeah.
And
it's just a weird.
You know, he'll get out of it.
But and then you can blame the altitude. But then why were you 17-4 last year and had it figured out?
Maybe he was 17 wins on a run.
God, it just makes me so mad about Rocky's pitching. It's for my whole life.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, Rockies aren't going to win games necessarily with pitching. They're a hitting.
That's why they put up softball scores.
But
you just want a pitcher to give up 4 runs, and you should win a game.
Why? Because one thing about it, the Rockies. There's one thing they've never had, and that is a long-term star pitcher.
Well, no, because they ship them all out as soon as they get good.
They've never had.
Ever since when they got to pay people money, they're gone.
Yeah, as soon as the contract's up.
Literally, look at this. Who's the best reliever in baseball right now?
And that goes to the Monsters.
Who's the best reliever right now in baseball? One of the best relievers in baseball, Adam Ottavino.
Yeah.
And then who's one of the best second basemen in baseball right now?
It goes back to my point.
DJ LeMahieu. Yeah. I mean, you just let go 2 studs.
Yeah.
And then we got, that bullpen for the Rockies.
They paid Arenado, which is cool.
Of course. They should have.
Well, you had to pay him. Yeah. If you don't pay him, just give up on the team.
The whole team's gone.
Yeah.
They all leave. I mean, they're all going somewhere else.
It makes me sad.
Well, I mean, you can't be a pitcher coming to Colorado and expect to have a sub-3 ERA. I mean, that's just
and I get that. I
look at like Wade Davis, for instance, a reliever who has the best chance to have a low ERA. Had a great one before he came in last year. Set the team record with like 46 saves or something like that, and still an ERA close to 4.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I mean, you cannot expect to be a low kind of guy.
Here's the thing, though. The good players adjust, and they'll succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. They have to adjust.
And it kind of leads me. Well,
you got to think too. The other pitcher has to pitch here too.
They're talking about.
So
I read today they're talking about trading for Stroman.
Really?
From the Blue Jays.
Stroman, really?
Yeah.
really, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was on the news today.
Stroman, I don't know if it's him struggling, but I think he's 1-6 right now. 1-7.
He is. His ERA is always good though.
Yeah,
I mean the guy doesn't give up runs. He was a stud a couple of years ago.
Yeah, won the World Baseball Classic for Team USA.
So is this just another guy that?
He might be able to come benefit. Well, he could definitely benefit just because the offense will be behind him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, this is that kind of goes to my point. The beginning of the season, the offense struggles, and this year the pitching struggled also. So from now to June, July, April, who knows? Probably August. We're going to be crushing balls, at least out of Coors Field.
Yeah, at least for 60 games.
Then it's going to start cooling off again, and you're going to need that pitching because I don't know if the Wild, we're even with this 8-game winning streak, we're still 9 games back at the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're not winning the division.
No, they're not going to win the division, but I hope we are in the wild card chase. That's when you're going to need your pitching.
They're definitely in the wild card chase.
So Stroman, I can see Stroman helping, at least on paper. But, God, does he come to Coors Field? Do we pay him a bunch of money to get this quality-ish
I don't think we pay him any money
starter?
because it's going to be in a trade.
That's true.
You will just envelop his contract. I don't even know what his contract's at right now, but it's probably pretty high. Stroman was
he's a
pretty sought-out.
Numbers,
he was a sought-out player for a while.
Does he come here and the Coors Field jinx happen again? Or it's just a never-ending. It's just a never-ending curse. Anyways, we could talk about that forever. Trevor Story got Player of the Week. Congratulations, Trevor Story.
Yeah.
Which he should. He's a monster.
Crushing the baseball, and he's on my fantasy team. I paid a lot of money for him.
And your fantasy team is almost
and
last
my
place.
fantasy team is
so what that does.
We can talk about.
I have one good player. That's you, Trevor Story.
Keep it going.
Keep it going, buddy. Bring me out of the cellar. I don't know. Other baseball news. I also read that Dallas Keuchel might be going to the Twins. What do you guys think of the Twins this year?
Twins are money.
I am very impressed with the Twins, man.
I kind of noticed last year. They kind of started
off hot last year and then fell off. Yeah,
faded Twins.
But they're hanging
the last
in
couple.
there
Are they for real?
Are they for real? I thought they were for real 2 years ago, and then they just kind of laughed at just threw it right back in my face.
Yeah.
And last year, I was like, nah, they didn't do much difference. And then this year, God, they're smashing the ball. Their pitchers are awesome. Barrios, that guy's a monster. That guy.
Yes, Barrios is a beast.
He is a beast.
They're on pace to hit more home runs than the Yankees did last year.
That was a new
record right there.
and the Yankees hit home runs out of a baby park.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
I could throw a ball.
That is another story. Are the Yankees good?
Yankees are good, man.
They are good, and they're going to get better.
Since it is June 3rd and the draft is going on tonight, that does mean that Keuchel and Craig Kimbrell are available without any kind of compensations.
Absolutely.
You think they'll get signed by the end of the week?
I do. I don't see those guys. If they don't, those guys just don't want to play ball.
You don't want to play. Yeah, because they've been given contracts from here ever since then. But like I said, teams didn't want to give up that draft pick for whatever reason. I'd give up a draft pick for an ace like that or an ace reliever like that. But I'd like to see them get signed by the end of the week. I figured they should be.
Kimbrell, come back to Fenway.
No, come back to your home is in Atlanta, Craig.
No, we need you back in Fenway.
The band is back together with McCann, so come on, come back home.
Well, I was just gonna add, what do you think? Because I was looking at the standings. What is going on with your Red Sox this year?
They started off slow.
Don't get me wrong. They
started off slow, and I take it back to Alex Cora. You go back to spring training. Usually, let's take a guy like Chris Sale, who's 1-6 right now. He's pitched better in his last 3 or 4 starts.
True.
He just pitched against the Yankees the other day, took a loss, but offense didn't really put up much runs behind him. Mm-hmm. He put up 10 Ks. Game before that, maybe 2 games before that, he had 17 strikeouts through 7 innings. That's a MLB record.
Yeah, I get it.
The guy's there, but
Randy Johnson.
But the thing is with him is that this year he's just not getting that run support that other pitchers on our team are getting, like Rick Porcello.
True.
And he's just not getting that run support. It's just like the offense goes flat when he's out there.
And is that because basically is he still the one?
He's our one.
He's the one. So they're going up against the other team's one, pretty much always.
Yeah, he's our one, and then David Price is still our two, and Porcello, he's kind of, he acts like a one day, and then he acts like a reliever another day.
Right.
And oh man, like as I said, I want Kimbrel back. That guy. I mean, our bullpen. They were good for about 2 weeks, and then they're Jekyll and Hyde. It's day and night with those guys, and it's just
sounds like my Bravos.
It's tough to watch, man. It is so tough to watch.
Yep.
And.
Well, hell, I mean, the Rockies need a reliever now because Davis is on the DL.
Yeah.
Or the IO, I guess, now.
And I forgot to take him off my fantasy lineup this week because I had to work. And I totally forgot, so I am getting no points.
Fantasy sports.
Fantasy baseball. Gosh.
Oh, quick, throw the picture. We got to see.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You guys have to see this. And
what is coming? What is baseball coming to?
What is baseball coming to? I want you guys to see this. I don't know how good we can see that.
This is a major league uniform.
That is Rugged Odor. And that
Roughneck Odor.
What are those pants that
knocked out wearing? Joey Bats.
That's what I want to know. What are those pants that he's wearing? Those are ridiculous.
Is that an homage to the Stanley Cup playoffs coming on?
That's like dad shorts, like old softball shorts.
Is that even legal?
I guess, and he's wearing tights all the way up to his
They're
knee.
not like football the way you have to be below the knees or nothing.
No, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's not a uniform. That's a joke. If I was the coach on that team,
it looks like he just came from yoga.
I mean, that's a disgrace.
He's doing hot yoga before.
No wonder he's batting 167.
Yeah, that's why he's
I cut him from my team.
And you are on my fantasy team for another week.
Roughneck Odor.
Roughneck Odor.
I'll take any.
Rough and Odor. Yeah.
Take any trades for that guy.
Oh, you want to trade? I'll trade him right now to
you. We might. What's his power like?
Yeah, it's not good.
So we got Rockies, Red Sox. I'm trying to think that. I think there's not a whole lot.
Hey, Red Sox though, passing of Bill Buckner. That's a sad deal.
That's a big thing, man.
Big thing, passing Bill Buckner. 69, dementia. Rest in peace.
It's
kudos to. I didn't realize just how much how much crap he got from the Boston fans after all that.
Oh, he did.
For it to take that long for him to even feel comfortable to come back to Boston and
death threats. He moved his family out of
ceremonial
Boston.
Kind of thing.
He living in like Idaho or something?
Dude, he went into hiding. I mean, he did. It was bad.
Well, it's kind of cool though. Guys, how many World Series have you won? 3 since?
Since what? Since Bill Buckner?
Yeah. Well, in general, in the last 3. Lifetimes.
In the
3.
Yeah.
At least they were able to freaking get those 3 World Series and kind of.
And he was able to come back with a standing ovation back in 08 when he did that. Man, that was nice. I watched replay on that not too long ago, and that was good.
That would have sucked if they never won a World Series. Kind of like it's kind of like. I mean, it's not like with Barton because he was actually a great player.
Oh yeah, Buckner was a
he was a great player. I mean,
player for 20 years.
He had 2,200 hits, 2,300 hits, something like that.
Led the batting title in 81.
Won the batting title 3 times, I think. I mean, the guy was solid. I mean, the guy was a great player, and for him to get treated the way he got treated, that's unacceptable in any sport. I mean, it is. Come on, guys. I mean, these guys are humans. They make mistakes.
Yeah, right. I mean,
if you wanted everybody to be perfect, it wouldn't be fun.
Exactly. Nobody wants robots out there.
No.
So,
bad timing, bad situation for him.
Yeah, that.
But God bless you, Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, at least they got those World Series and kind of ended on a good note.
Yep.
Anyways, so. All right. Anybody else got anything about baseball?
Baseball?
I'll throw a little side note in. I want to give some props to my boy Austin Riley, our latest Braves call-up, who has just been smoking since he came up here. The next, I'll say Ronald Acuna last year. This guy this year should be the second straight Rookie of the Year for us. I mean, he's won the Player of the Month this month.
At least he's in the National League because he's not going to beat out Michael Chavis for the
12,
Rookie of the Year.
13, I don't know, man. He's knocking them out the park.
Have you been watching Michael Chavis on the Sox?
Yeah, he's doing the same.
Yeah, and he came in for a busted-up Dustin Pedroia, who's probably never going to play baseball again, which is a sad thing. The laser show is probably done.
Who? Dustin Pedroia?
He's done, dude.
Yeah, I heard that.
Ever since that knee injury he got in Baltimore when they had that late slide, that Machado did, of all people, he has not been the same. It's just...
he's a good player too, man. A little spark plug.
I guess the only just looking at the standings, the only kind of surprise that I'm really seeing, and I don't know if anybody's been following it though, and they're not great, but they're not at the absolute basement. Is the White Sox, 29-30.
Really? They're only a
Second
game
place?
under 500.
They said they're only a game under 500. Has anybody been following any of that?
Not the White
They are
Sox.
tied with the Indians for second place.
Well, the Indians, man, they have just gone
That's a
downhill.
team, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when you're signing guys like Carlos Gonzalez to just help you out, and then you cut him, you
Yeah.
know you got problems.
Yep.
And now the Cubs signed him.
He played today, made a diving catch with the
Ooh.
bases loaded in the 7th inning to solidify the win for him.
Hey,
right
well,
there.
no one ever said his defense was bad.
Probably
Right,
went
right,
0
right.
for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
No, I think it was
so
1 for
the
3.
problem.
I think it
1 for
was.
3.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like
gotcha.
that. But yeah.
That's only
I
like
can't talk right now. Sorry. Oh, you're good. Sorry.
other than the Mariners' complete collapse. all
Yeah,
the
that
way
was
to
another big one.
last-
They started off
Woo!
hot
Well,
as
they
hell.
were 17-2.
Yeah, they were on.
17
And where are they
and
at
fire,
now?
man. Yeah.
25 and 37.
Oh my!
They should have stayed in
gosh.
Japan and played because they
16
were beating up
games.
there this year.
16 games back at first place all of a sudden. How does that happen?
Yeah,
That's the
fair.
Ichiro curse. He retired. They're no good no more.
Good Lord. And I guess, maybe the only other thing I really could talk about is maybe the Marlins aren't going to be the worst team in the history of baseball.
No, not this year. They won't be the worst.
Nice work, Jeter. Really pulling
Yeah,
them
way
out
to go,
of the
Jeter.
toilet.
And Donnie Baseball.
Way to turn it
Did
around
that,
there.
turn it around.
After you
Really
gave up
turning
Well,
it
they got-
around.
well, they
5
got-
All-Stars.
They got rid of that monstrosity in left center.
Oh, the thingy?
The thingy, whatever you want
They-
to call it, the
the-
dolphin and all
Oh,
that
did
stuff.
they really? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know if they did for sure now. I got to think about it. But I know Derek Jeter, he said, I want it gone.
Well,
Yeah,
It's the
well, that's
ugliest. It is seriously the biggest eyesore in
the
baseball.
modern day curse of the goat.
I mean, besides
Yes.
watching Mets games, that's the biggest eyesore.
Frankie, you heard
Frankie,
me.
it's
Frankie,
your
you
man.
heard that.
Speaking of,
but
we-
your
we-
relief pitching is terrible,
That's what I'm
Frankie.
saying. Me and Frankie made a
They were
nice
up-
thing they need to start doing. We're going
I
to
left
start
here the other night in the
start a
7th
petition.
inning. They were up 8-3. I get home, they lost 9-8.
No, this is the petition we're starting.
How does that happen?
Mets relievers come out to the Benny Hill song in bikinis and get chased around like Keystone Cops because that's what they play like.
Yeah, they're horrible. They're terrible.
My grandma
Yes.
could be a relief pitcher for the Mets. She's like 89.
Might as well just let position players pitch for them at this point.
Oh, they're garbage.
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to sign Kimbrel. That's what's going to happen.
Hey, position players.
Dude,
Pablo
stop
Sandoval's
it.
had a couple solid innings.
Pablo. What do they call him?
The
Pan?
panda, the big
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu
He's
Panda.
terrible.
I've never seen him do
320
Oh,
pound
God,
third
and the Red
baseman.
Sox are still paying that lump of crap. He's terrible.
That's funny baseball.
I loved it when he got so fat when he swung the bat and his belt broke. I was like, well, this is the greatest signing that the Red Sox have ever had.
Can we get him a piece of string, just wrap it around? He ain't going to break that.
Sad.
Jethro style.
Sad.
I got kind of a funny story. Kind of a funny story about Pablo Sandoval real quick, because he started with the Giants, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We were at a Rockies game one day, and my buddy Mitch had a few beers, and the crowd sometimes, like between the innings, it goes totally silent.
Yeah.
He literally screamed at him like something to the effect of like, "Hey fat ass" or "Hey fat boy," and he actually, when the whole crowd was completely silent, he looked at him like he was gonna run up to third base stands and kick his ass.
And he probably could.
So there's that. That's my Pablo Sandoval.
Hey, maybe you do some kung fu.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
He
where you got
almost
the name
kung
from,
fu
man.
panned
Yeah.
my buddy.
Kung fu's your
so-
bro.
That's all I got about baseball. Anybody else got anything?
No, good man. I love the season.
I love it. It's a fun sport. 23 minutes. Cool.
23 minutes? For what?
For baseball.
That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop it.